You do, boo. Blue, blue, blue. Okay, I see how it is, dog. What is going on, everybody? My name is Two Wheel Taco, and this is my very first motovlog. Woo! So, let me explain something to you. This has been like 2 months even trying to get this stuff going together. First I had to order the camera, right? And then I found out that the microphone did not want to work the way it wanted to. So I had to get an adapter because it takes a 2.5mm instead of the 3.5mm that most standard jacks take these days. So I go to Radio Shack, right? And then I go in there, I'm like, yeah, looking for a 3.5 female and a 2.5 male. So you a 2.5 male. Oh wait, that didn't sound good on my part. Oh yeah, it came with a, it was one of those four connections. If you guys know what I'm talking about. It came with 3 rings on it, which means I had 4 connection points. And I get it home, that shit didn't work. That was like a 45-minute drive. That's literally how close the nearest Radio Shack is to me. So I get it home, find out the thing doesn't work. I spend like 3 hours even troubleshooting the thing, and it's still absolutely nothing. Absolutely dick diddly. So I have to go all the way back to the fucking Radio Shack. Woo! Trying to push this bike up a fucking hill. Okay, enough of that being fat stuff. So I take it all the way back to Radio Shack, right? And I get my refund. The dude starts talking with me, man. We started like talking for about half hour. The dude was chill as fuck, and which is really cool. So basically, I get that and I get my refund, and I go back home and I get on the Amazon doodly, and I order an R part, something like that. It was something or another, and it yeah, this thing fucking works beautifully. And actually, as I'm recording this at this very moment, I don't even have a YouTube channel. It doesn't even exist. I haven't made the thing. But I had an idea of what I wanted to name it, and I've already had a pretty cool few ideas. So I figured I'd go ahead. Basically, what I'm even doing out here today is I'm going to Rural King, which I'm assuming is just a southern chain. A lot of you northerners, you will not know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You need to chill the fuck out. And anyway, southern chain, and they've got like I've got a guinea pig, right, and his name is Tex. I usually just call him a faggot. He seems to respond to faggot pretty well. So I go to this Rural King store and I get him his hay that he absolutely loves, like so much. Like the dude just starts like jumping around and shit. It's crazy. Secondly, I watched a video, and this is where I even got the mic idea from. I mean, if the quality is any good on this video, this will be a video that you will see. It will be my first video. Otherwise, I gotta tweak some shit and cut off some airflow. Anyways, what helped me is I watched a video by Ian187, and I got the exact same mic that he's got, so I'm assuming it works pretty well. And I did the exact same thing too, with the little fur pelt. Man, it was great. This fur pelt thing. Like, this shit is all in my mouth, dude. It is falling off of the mic. I'm literally eating hair right now, and not in the good way. This is some bullshit. So anyways, I'm at the Hobby Lobby trying to get this fucking fur pelt, and I've never, ever stepped foot into a fucking Hobby Lobby before, right? So I'm back there looking for fur, like just looking for a fur something. So I'm walking around. And I find it sitting on the wall. I just look at it. It doesn't have a price on it. It doesn't have a take me to the register sign. It doesn't have anything fucking to do with it. Man, those things are touching butts. And so there's a dude sweeping the floor, right? He's just fucking sweeping. And I just casually being the like introvert. Yeah, is that the right word? Introvert. That I am. I don't like fucking just going up to people and talking to them. But the dude, he starts like sweeping my direction, right? So as he starts like sweeping, I just get on my phone. I pretend to look at shit, and he starts going past me. As soon as he starts to pass me, I was like, "Hey, yo, buddy, can you help me out with something real quick?" He's like, "Sure, man. What can I do for you?" And I was just like, "Well, what do I do with this fur here? Do I take it to the register? Do I take it to someone? What the fuck do I do with it?" And he was like, "Yeah, that girl over there, she does it." She was like 5 feet away from me. She was like, she's the one doing it. She's like just doing stock and shit right now. And I was like, oh, cool. And he was like, oh yeah, there's also a bell over there. You could just ring the bell for service, or you could just go ask her. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go ring the bell. It makes shit more fun. And so I do that, right? And I ring the bell. She looks over. She starts fucking smiling. I just look at her. I was like, hey, yeah, the dude over there, he told me that I could just like touch you on the shoulder or some shit. Or I could ring the bell, whichever was more fun to me. So I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna ring the bell. And she was like, yeah, a lot of people, I prefer to ring the bell. So I'm not alone in the world. I shit you not, this fucking lady, she unrolls the fur pelt of like whatever this shit is. It sucks. It's all in my mouth right now. I'm gonna choke on it and die. She opens the thing up and hair fucking goes everywhere, dude. Like all over the counter, all over her, all over me. It was some bullshit. And oh man, I was having a great time. I was like, man, this thing's worse than a fucking cat. And she's like, I don't know, I got 5 cats. I was like, are you kidding me? She's like, no, I got like 5 cats. Then she like listed all the names, but me being the guy that don't give a shit, I didn't even care about the names. So yeah, we got fur everywhere. I get up to the counter and I apologized to the clerk. I mean, she was all happy to see me too. And the clerk, I told her, I was like, man, I feel bad for that lady in the back there working with all the cloths and linens and shit. Because she opened up this carpet and it just flew all over her. I felt so bad for her. And she just kind of laughed and giggled or whatever it is girls do, I don't know. Basically school's just letting out right now, so they got some traffic. They get cops and block it up because there's been tons of accidents where people don't pay attention. So how the fuck you guys doing? I've been watching motovloggers for a very long time now. And actually it's the exact reason why I'm even on a motorcycle to this day. Probably about a year ago. Yeah, I'm gonna say a year ago. I started watching Do It With Dan, right? The fucker had like, I don't even we going